JJ Griffin. You chair for the box, we should be live and good to go.
Great, thank you. So welcome everybody. I'd like to call to order our Sustainability Advisory Committee meeting on Thursday, June 25th at 1:04 p.m. First, we'll do the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Cavan-Monaghan is located on the Treaty 20 Michi-Saugee territory and the traditional territory of the Michi-Saugee Anishinaabe. We offer our gratitudes to First Nations for their care for and teachings about these lands. May we honor these teachings. Moving on, I'll look for a mover and a seconder for the approval of the agenda. Lisa, Michael.
Second.
Mary, carried.
To Chair Fox, actually needs to have a member virtually.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a audio vote. It is you first.
Yes.
Lisa Croft.
Yes.
Mary Preston.
Yep. Yes.
Mike Ryan. Yes. I got the right mic item. I'm sorry. Amanda Newell. Deputy Mayor Huntley. Yes. That is good.
Great, thanks, Mark. Next, any disclosure of pecuniary interest? Seeing none. Moving to item 5, looking for a mover and a seconder for the approval of the minutes of our last meeting held on March 26th.
I'll move.
Oh. Seconded by Mary, and then Mark will do a recorded vote.
Amanda Newell. Chair Bill Cox.
Yes.
Michael Ryan. Yeah. Deputy Mayor Huntley. Yes. Mary Preston
Yes.
and Lisa Crawford.
Yes.
That is carried.
Thank you. Going into item 6, reports. Kyle is going to give us an update on our financial report.
No, the spreadsheet going to the front well. Okay, but
The heck?
Oversized. I didn't have much time to get Wilmington. Yeah, we're well within budget, pre-program expense, we are well under there, 'cause we sold. Yeah, somewhere about very well. In the range of about 180, 190.
Okay.
I'm trying to get Pine Needle to confirm a date.
Okay.
Because it's getting.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Next week, so, on the pollinators, we paid for 75 packs, we only sold 60, because she gave us a quote for 150, we ordered half.
Yeah.
So we're well within budget on that one again. Our rain barrels were down to about 30 or 90, so we still sold 60 of them.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that would start going down,
Yeah.
it's kinda, once it started getting dry again, everybody
Yeah.
waits till the last minute, it's not going to. Sure.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Still going, so they're all up there now, the fourth of the day.
Okay, because I'm gonna get one today, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to get my second.
Yeah, we had them down at CMCC, but with the catch on everything, the guys wanted them out of there, so. What we did with the compost and white digesters. We didn't have a budget line for that, but that's an in and out, so we. Dollar numbers, but I believe we've sold about 5 of both. And we've directed a lot of people to the county program because they're delivering and selling for free. I'm gonna go pick up more, but for the most part, people are interested in just delivering, so we probably directed about 20 people, so. If that was in our numbers, we've probably sold 25. So that's an added bonus. Birthday event, we were well within budget there, we only spent, I believe, $664. We had 2,000 budgeted. There was the Wormery Turtle Guardians, we bought that banner that we can use for each Earth Day. So everything's coming well within budget. And communication, we've actually spent $1 as far as I can see, everything is in on bridges.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
So unless you transfer something over, but that doesn't matter. And that's pretty much, we still got lots of budget left. To do anything again in the fall.
Excellent, thank you. Anyone have any questions? Do I need a motion to, yes?
Yes, and receive.
All right, to receive. So can we have a mover and a seconder on a motion to receive the financial report for information? Moved by Amanda, seconded by Lisa. Mark will do a recorded vote.
Mary Preston.
Yep.
Amanda Newell,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hundley,
Yes.
Lisa Crawford,
Yes.
Mike Ryan.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep on alternating, sorry. People in this room are gonna wonder what I'm talking about. Chair Bill Croft.
Yes.
That's good.
Thanks, Mark. Moving into item 7, general business. We'll start with our water conservation bylaw, and I think that will follow again.
Yeah, so I sent that, I believe I sent it to the full committee for comments.
We did, yes.
Yes, I did get comments from you, so, instead of taking up too much time today, I assume nobody else got a chance to, would it be beneficial to do one more circulation of it to the committee to get comments? Cause we, I think it's worthwhile at this stage to bring forward again, to get it updated, a little bit more modernized. We've started looking at a couple other municipalities, it's pretty much in line. Again, it's gonna come back to what we really wanna do with enforcement and that type of thing, so maybe I circulate again, tomorrow or Monday back to the committee and, for, bringing it for, more of a final look at our next meeting.
Sure. That sounds great. I don't think I copied everybody on my comments. I just replied directly, I think, to you and copied Mark. Is that how you prefer everybody to like?
Either way,
Okay.
we'll gather all the comments,
Okay.
if you want everybody else to know them, and if you don't.
I mean, my comments were, I think they were minimal, just including time
Mhm.
limits. So people aren't, watering in the middle of the day, just to start encouraging people to conserve.
Mhm.
But other than that, I think like, as it sits right now, it's good.
Mhm.
Just, that was. my-
Yeah, and the big thing with it is, are we using it as a educational tool or as an enforcement?
Yeah.
So the timeline, the timing thing's hard to enforce, but at the same time, are you putting it out there to say, here's
Yeah.
what we want?
Yeah,
That's kind of
Yeah.
discussion, but I'll forward it, send it off again, and then we can have a more wholesome conversation.
great.
Through chair,
Yes.
maybe to Mark. Isn't the clerk's department going through and finding all these older bylaws and kind of doing a refresh on them? Is there anything particular in this one that needs the clerk refresh?
For us, generally for bylaws, for our policies, definitely we've done that where we've consolidated all the policies and we're trying to make sure everything gets reviewed every 5 years. But generally it's the review of that, but for bylaws especially, it's down to the responsible departments and whether I think staff have identified the need to review it. And it does sound like Kyle wants to
Yeah,
take a
there's quite few
serious
that
look
we're
at this.
realizing right now.
Right, so, but even if it's a departmental bylaw, like, does the clerk still put a lens on it? or-
Usually, yes, we do take a look at least for a legal governance perspective, but also even you do apply a policy lens when you look at a bylaw also. So, yeah.
Kind of the process we follow is if the department that does it will circulate to their department, get it to where they want it to be, and then we'll circulate to all management, and then specifically to the
Okay,
clerks.
that-
So, yeah.
You answered my question without me actually articulating my question well enough. So, yes, we look at it and then it goes to the clerk.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else have any quick questions? They don't have to be quick, sorry. Did anyone have any questions before?
We put this over to the town hall or are we waiting to establish?
I believe it's an active bylaw, but I don't think,
So it's an old,
It's an
what
old
we,
one,
we have in
yeah.
place right now is an bylaw, it's pretty short and sweet. For the most part, we only utilize it when we can, and it's like, please note there is this bylaw in place. But the new one, we won't put it out there, we'll come with a draft of a new.
Just know we were gonna mention it to the town, that's like a heads up.
Yeah.
Once we pass it, yeah, we'll send a thing out, so, yeah, well, we pretty much do a little blast every time we recently passed the woodland management bylaw.
Yes.
That's a big deal for this committee, so, that just passed the last council meeting, we're doing a big social media one.
yeah, so we won't have it updated for this summer, I think is your question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think to your, maybe in your direction there, Michael, what you're thinking of is actually putting a publication in the paper that there is one that exists. Right? Like just so people even know that there's one, let alone, yes, we're in the process of updating it, but people should be aware that there is a.
Yeah, we've done that in the past, we've sent it out more like, not paper, but our other means, and we've sent it out when we're having those issues, so we do get a bridge to send that out.
Yeah.
It's just not a great bylaw, so.
Yeah,
You
so don't forget.
put it
about
out there.
Well, there's a difference So you're not gonna publish the bylaw, yeah, the bylaw could be scrappy, right? But you could put out a, social media thing that says,
Yeah.
don't forget, don't water on these days,
Yeah,
I think,
that's
like, condense it down to,
Yeah.
ingestible form for
Yeah.
the grade 3 educated people.
Yep, and we usually reference the bylaw number that there is one in place, so people
Yeah,
go, oh, there is a bylaw. We don't actually.
I think that's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. So can we have that, like, or maybe ask for you and Bridget to kind of have a chat and see if we can come up with something we can put out on social media now that, like, I think we're going into a heat wave next week, actually. It's gonna be like,
Seriously?
yeah,
Ooh.
I know. Okay. Yeah, 29, and then the humidex is like up to 40.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it would be just a good time to say, like, like,
Yeah,
just a quick, short and sweet, like, reminder, like, this
Don't forget.
feeds our water system. We have 3 drill wells. Don't forget, like, to conserve water on off-peak hours, like, just something. We can make it more, to your point, more educational at this point.
Yep.
And because I think, like, if people don't, like, there's people who will do whatever they want regardless. And I think there's people who, if they see something, they'll modify the behavior, like they want to be like a good community member. So just to, I think Michael's and Ryan's point is, can we do something educational, like just within a small post to say,
Yeah, we definitely can, we have before, so.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
okay, does that need a,
Because I bet 90% of the people don't even know this thing exists.
Exactly.
Or more.
yeah. Do we need a motion for that, Mark?
It's just a direction.
Okay,
Or-
sorry, Mark.
No.
We're talking with Mark.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. It's like I'm having an internal conversation. with Mark.
I'm just staring at it.
I'm okay with that one, because we've done them before, but if you think it's better in motion.
No, I think it's fine for now. It's unless it would deviate from something that you were typically planning to do, then I think it's fine.
I think it's just a good reminder for us to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so,
We may need some volunteers for tree watering for the extras we get during the heat wave.
yeah, we're hoping to, but, we'll deal with it when it comes. The weather can always change.
Yep.
Well, you got a whole lot of water barrels out here, rain barrels.
I do. They're used for pollinators.
Okay, so we'll have a motion to receive the bylaw. Do we need to do that?
No, there's been no formal comments by the community, and we just had some communications materials.
Okay. It's good thing you're here, Mark, or we'd get way off track. Next is the work plan, 7.2.
So, yeah, I kind of gave you updates, so I won't go into all the numbers we got. Still with that, but, we've kind of used up our budget, and again, the rain barrels did go up last minute. Wasn't a fan of that, and so we did go from 100 to 90, but, I don't think we'll do another order this year. We still have 30, and we're at the,
Yeah.
hopefully they sell.
Yeah.
Freeze program, quite a bit under what we thought we were going to do. I'll go through everything, and then we can kind of come back to
Okay,
what we want to do. So we could do a second intake in the fall if we want to do that for that. Same with the pollinators, didn't do as much as we thought. I'm kind of thinking the more the word gets out there on those, the
yeah.
more interest we might get. Boulevard Garden, Jess, has been reaching out like crazy to these other municipalities and still have got zero back. Has anybody got back?
I haven't got anyone back, so I've just started drafting based on the very one that you and I had talked about. So that is drafting. I'm just also submitting the BPS.
Sustainable initiatives such as general education materials. Earth Day, obviously Earth Day was a pretty big success. Our energy demand management plan, still waiting to hear back on our other grant portion there. It's taking a while. So aside from that, I had a thought there and I've lost my train of thought. Maybe just the extra things we want to do. And I don't know if you want to talk about the Agra kind of.
Put that on my list.
Yeah, okay.
Are you okay if we kind of talk about next steps for tree program and plant program?
Yeah.
And we can move on to new things?
Perfect.
Okay. So I had a couple of comments and then course, welcome your comments as well. Everyone's comments about just that feeling like we should certainly do a second kind of round of sales. At the beginning of this year, we had spoken about doing like a sales opportunity at the movie night, kind of at the end of the summer, because a lot of families come to that. So maybe we could have our committee booth set up there and take orders, because fall is a really good time to plant for both trees and pollinator packs. So I guess just wanted to kind of get the committee's thoughts on, like, do you guys, would you be like endorse that, doing another kind of blast in the fall around sales and just trying to get, you know, more people to participate in these programs this way?
Why not set up a table there?
I mean, yeah, that
Is that ladies' night?
Yeah.
is Bridget going to be there at the township table?
She's usually over there,
Because I think she sold rain barrels at the, no, that was a Christmas market, she sold rain barrels.
yeah. She brought some stuff.
Should have done the fall festival as well, but I mean, there's no reason why, you know, if we had the ability to staff a table.
Yeah.
We could do it there.
When is that again? July.
July 30th, yeah.
Okay.
I just picked these up from my mailbox to distribute.
I think, okay, so we're talking about doing a ladies' night and then movies night. Like, we're not doing a movie night and a ladies' night.
But just participants,
Yeah,
July 30th,
The movie night.
the ladies'
or
night.
August 28th.
And then when's the fall festival?
Pulled that right out, eh?
When's the fall?
October 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit late.
We go.
Yeah. what do you-
The park council, I should.
You can still plant trees then.
You can, but if you think about, we gotta do it, we gotta order it, we have to wait for them to deliver
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
So if it happens to
Yeah.
stretch out and we get an early frost.
But if you've taken orders from ladies' night, you've taken orders from movie night, the odds are you're gonna have some danglers, right?
If
Yeah,
people
if there's
don't pick up.
enough.
Like
Yeah.
just sell whatever inventory you have versus take orders.
So Kyle likes to get extra.
Yeah.
I do, I think we're getting it.
Have them hang around for a while.
We sold off all of them, we can sell off them, but we
Yeah.
ordered extra pollinators, just
Yeah.
as we ordered more anyhow, and just to make sure we had them all, cause you don't know what's gonna happen on pickup day. But we did donate 5 to food share, cause
We did.
we had extra, and then I still had about 10 to keep watering until we sold them all, so.
And tell everybody about Norman.
Norman, yeah, so cool thing at the pollinator pickup day, once I brought some inside, I brought 2 to my desk and sat them there, and we noticed there was a little monarch caterpillar. And he was about that big that day, and like within 3 days, he was this big, and he was cool colors. And then he started, a week and a half ago, started hanging from the milkweed. And right now he's in my office and he's a little chrysalis, and he's probably gonna open up probably over the weekend, I bet.
Yeah, take him home.
So we're gonna plant them out here tomorrow with a little, we're trying to think of like a thing to kind of keep him in for a day so that we can at least see him if he does it overnight or something, but. Yeah, so Bridget did this like little social
Yeah.
That's cool.
AI little thing with this guy presenting this story of Norman's big adventure, she called it.
Yeah.
so cool.
What about,
Yeah.
what if Norman turns out to be a female monarch? Are you gonna call him Norma?
Sure, yeah, whatever he wants. That's-
I didn't pick a decide.
So it's like Norman heard us talking about planting native plants in the front garden and was like, I'm gonna, you know, influence
Boost
this.
this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And he just dug in.
Yep.
That's great.
Be
Yeah.
the first.
Okay, so I think that answers the trees and the native plant. One thing I did want to mention about the native plants, we might have to have some substitutions from what we promoted in the spring, because the nurseries will start selling out in the fall. So they still will probably have a good selection, but there may be some specific ones that they're out of.
Yeah, we can reach out to them. See.
Yeah, so I think, like, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a fall blast at ladies' night, the movie night.
It's
and
actually
then
girls' night out, just.
Girls' movie night.
Oh,
sorry.
Laddie's night. Nice. All the pretty ladies.
Yeah. Well, we can call it whatever we want. It's just like a night out on July 30th. And then if we have any leftovers, we will sell them at the fall festival. And then you guys let us know if you need volunteers for any of these tables.
Yeah, so
Makes
any of these
sense.
things,
Yeah,
so we'll move forward. You guys were a big help, Mary. Leslie, Jess was there too, so any of these, they get a little. There'll be nobody for a while and then they'll
Yeah.
get chaotic, so the more people we have coming to these pickup things, so maybe we can also kind of gear pickup days around when people are more available.
sure.
For the most part, we were good, it was quite interesting, we did have one guy who hung in for an hour to teach us
Language.
languages.
It was very,
You were a captive audience.
Leslie was an all-star.
thanks, Jess. I did really good.
She did.
I don't know how it happened, yeah. But did you ever find that book? There was this, not to take us off track, but it's interesting. So there was this book and it was about spying. Do you remember that, Jess?
Oh, yeah, I put it.
Oh,
back
I
in
had,
for
I
that.
pulled that.
We
out
wondered,
today, I
we
was-
thought it was a big conspiracy because we're like, where did this come from?
That was me, no, I saw it in
Okay.
the book, it was a new, cause that, our, Hookenberg, we
Yeah.
call it our little library, it's had like the same books for a while, so then I saw that one. Oh, and then I walked over reading it, I set it down.
So you
Okay.
bothered
Okay,
it.
that's-
It's all your fault. Yeah, so this man pulls up lovely and he starts talking to us and then he sees this book and he like freezes. He's like, where'd this come from? And he was very, and he was like
Oh,
very
that's
stern.
right, okay.
And you were like, I have no idea.
I just got here, I don't know. And then
I know nothing.
I know nothing, yeah. And then he proceeded to talk to us about languages and various other topics for over an hour.
Pretty smart guy, and he like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many, like, a lot of
Yeah.
Linguists or natural
Linguist,
trained
yeah,
for a spy.
Yeah, and he's also like, also a medical examiner, and so he's had worked for the original, the dad Trudeau, Prime Minister. So it's interesting. So you meet really interesting people.
Mhm.
Yes, but I've done my time. It's someone else's time now, too. Okay, so does anyone just do a quick roundtable before I do have a couple of ideas that I want to run by everybody, but if anyone has any suggestions around how we can promote the programming, get people to participate, buy some flowers, buy some trees, now's the time.
Yeah, even thinking of like winter projects going into next year, cause the bulk of our stuff is spring to fall, but if anybody has any winter type ideas, we tried weather stripping thing, I think.
Yeah,
Wasn't a big
yeah.
sought after program, so if you wanna get thinking about winter stuff, we can be looking at doing.
One thing I would like to suggest maybe to Bridget is, for the community, like last year when we did the communication, she did like program specific, so she had her one tree at a time, and there was just a picture of a tree, come buy a tree for like $10. Then the next ad she did was a picture of a rain barrel, the benefits of a rain barrel, come buy a rain barrel for $30. And so I think this year, like the communications were really more like broader, so it was Earth Day and then come to Earth Day and buy like a pollinator pack or a tree or a rain barrel. And some of the feedback I've heard from some of my neighbors, like they've asked me, are you guys not selling trees again? Are you not doing the rain barrels? Because I think like if people don't see like I think the pictures kind of really help draw people in. I know.
And
but
a few words.
in the-
just a few
yeah.
words.
So what that told me is like
Great
they're
tree.
not really reading the ads, like they see at Earth Day and then they just scroll by. Unless they're interested in coming to Earth Day, so I was wondering if Bridget may be agreeable to.
Dumbing it down.
Yeah, or just reusing the ads she did last year.
Right.
And then updating the prices, because we've changed the prices, because
Just
those,
simple.
yeah. So maybe we could do that and start blasting those out in advance of whatever we're calling it, girls' night, laddie's night, I don't know. The movie night, and just get some more simplistic ads out
It's
there.
really clear.
Yeah. Then do you have anything you wanna add? No, okay, Amanda,
Nope.
Lisa?
What are you said you had some other ideas?
I do, yeah, but we'll just close off these ideas. Mary, do you have anything you'd like to add to kind of the rest of this year's
Yeah.
programming?
I think, it's surprising how many people didn't know about it, even around my neighborhood, I don't know whether or not, I can't remember if the big sign, the electronic sign posted anything, and maybe, as you say, Earth Day is a little too vague, strangely. So, you could say trees, sale, on that as well. People do drive by that every day. That's sort of the only thing I can think of.
Anything to add?
No, I kind of agree with what's been said, and they, keep it simple and things go on, right? Like, or they might be too vague. Maybe that might be exactly what the problem is there. The only other thing I want to bring up is, at the county council, we were dealing with some sustainability things. One of them being a new program that they're looking at introducing,
Yeah.
which is a giant like housing retrofitting and
Oh,
putting a lot of like capital aside for it. And the way the program will roll out, and it isn't finalized yet, but it's more you can borrow money from the county to do retrofits and you pay it back via your taxes. Right, so
Okay.
with a little bit of interest, obviously,
Right.
but it's a way to access funds to do retrofits, and they haven't quite put the finer details on it to figure out, okay, what's the eligibility, kind of where's the target, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That will all come, but it's kind of a neat program, and it's something that it got me thinking about how we promote things, just like the trees, right? And if people don't know about it, they can't take advantage of it. And I was thinking about the same thing because the federal programs come and go, whether it's heat pumps or insulation or windows, and maybe part of our communication channel should be kind of almost keeping a running
Yeah.
tally of what sustainability programs, beyond us exist for people to access. Because as you said, like your neighbors didn't even know we were selling
Yeah.
trees. Like these channels are just, I don't know how to solve this riddle, right? Like, how do you get that communication out? But I think even just some sort of thing, like we make something that's enough that people check on it on a regular basis, that we can slip our own stuff into it as we go
Yeah.
along, if that makes any sense.
Does, was, Port Hope does this like newsletter. And I don't know if it's done by staff, I don't know if it's done by a committee, but it's like municipal news and they do this newsletter. I think it's every month. And that kind of got me thinking, like, can we do like 4 times a year, like a sustainability newsletter? We could post it on the website, we could, post it on socials, and people could just like, you can sign up on the website for alerts for like planning applications and whatever else. Like I get all these nice emails from Bridget. Not from Bridget, but from the website that say, tell me what's going on. So I'm wondering, if maybe that's something that we could put on our kind of to-do list.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be this year, but maybe it's something we could do over the winter to say, like, because I do think it's a good idea. And I think the problem is people don't have the time. Like we've just become so inundated with things in society that like we're always busy and people don't have the time to actually like sit down and research things. And so I think if we can find a mechanism, and it doesn't have to be super long, so obviously I wouldn't write it. I'm working on it, but just, like a 2-pager, just really short, like this is what sustainability resources are out there. And it could be federal, provincial, local, it could be other like things like programs from the Conservation Authority. It could be other like just like trade shows, like could be stuff from like, I don't know if we would want to venture this way, but from other nonprofits, like looking, for example, like for our grandchildren, they always have a lot of resources. So maybe that's something we could talk about doing. I do recognize that it's certainly like an added component of work because it's, something that
Has
is,
to be maintained.
yeah. But I think certainly like the committee would be willing to help. We have a professional writer amongst us.
Would it be
Yes.
mostly like just a listing of available programs, or would it be like articles?
I think
or-
that we want to have like from what sorry.
No, what I heard from that was a bit of both.
Yeah,
So here's some grants and maybe
Yeah.
maybe an article or two on.
yeah. Like we could have an
Think that'd be
article
a bit
on
more-
weather stripping, right? Like, do you know if you do this weather stripping, you can save X amount of dollars on your energy bills, and this is how you do it.
I think it's layered. Like I think, weather stripping. Here's what weather stripping does.
Yeah.
Here's a link to a much broad, like, because
Yeah.
people, it all depends on how deep you want to go. Like some
Yeah.
people only need, weather stripping. Yeah, I need it.
Mhm.
Some people are like, what the heck's weather stripping? Oh, okay. And then some people are like, I need to know everything there is to know about weather stripping, and they can go that level, right?
It's not a
Yeah. Yeah, like,
You're thinking of a sustainability committee focused newsletter.
Yes and no, like it would certainly include our programs, so it would be broader, like it would include like federal programs, like
but
provincial program, it'd be like,
Environmental.
it'd be an information tool.
So I can bring it up. We do a newsletter.
Okay.
We send it with like our property taxes
Yeah.
on it. It's hard to, cause there's only a certain amount of bandwidth and everybody wants to get stuff in there. We
Yeah.
don't wanna make it too long, so it'd be hard to piggyback on that. 'cause we
but it used to be a 2-pager. Right,
Used
like
to be.
it used to be, now it's only
Yeah.
like 1 page, so maybe if there's enough appetite for people to put stuff into it.
And you're saying
Why not?
electronic.
I think
Like, it
it could be
doesn't need to
either.
Yeah, complement it with
Yeah.
electronic.
Yeah. I do, cause the newsletter is very, I mean, it's great, but it's very like practical, like there's gonna be water main replacement, like the newsletter is like focused on like essential kind of services.
Mm.
That's like what I would say, which is, it's important. It's great. And it's a way to make sure everybody sees the news.
I've
Whereas,
literally never read it,
okay,
But-
just to be honest, because of what you said, you're just constantly.
Yeah, bombarded.
inundated, So
Yeah.
it's like,
Probably don't waste water mains.
don't know anything.
It's like when the bank send you your new visa and it's got like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
30
Get
pages,
carved
right?
out and toss the
Yeah,
rest.
got the plastic,
It's
that's all, yeah.
exactly the same mentality,
Yeah.
so it's something that's like super simple and
yeah,
not heavy feeling.
Yeah, so I can check on our end what might be able to do with that.
Mhm.
And I think on the committee's end, you might wanna talk about who would be interested in
yeah.
doing that, cause I think
Yeah.
that'd be a
Curating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think like my understanding is everything, like based on your communications policy, has to go through Bridget and
I
Yvette.
go through her, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'd be looking for the.
But we
committee
do the
to work through.
content.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think committee would do the content and we get through
Yeah.
but I can talk to them on the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be, I mean, a good way to just in general fulfill like that educational awareness, kind of behavior modification component of like the climate change action plan, what do you think?
I'm thinking that is someone who's going to sign up to an environmentally focused newsletter, someone who's already looking at the tree sale. And kind of a digest of more broad topics, like people come in from different avenues. Yeah, if I'm looking at an environmental newsletter, it's because I already care,
Yeah,
but it would get the news out.
I think to that point, it's what communication channels we choose, like how are you getting in front of people who are inundated with all this information? Well, what's the best word we put it? That's the hardest part, right?
yeah,
We do have a accessible kind of customer service feedback that's looking at how residents receive information. It's actually going to our accessibility advisory committee. So we do have some information coming in about how people process the information, how we should better process it, but definitely something we can talk about. What is the best medium, so
Yeah.
to speak, for it, or
Okay.
mediums?
yeah,
I think it's a different topic than what you were saying, though. Like you're basically saying, if there are people who get an environmental newsletter, I'm not interested in throw it. Right? Whereas if you disguise it and trick them into reading it by not hiding it in
Or to put another crumb in that they do want, and
Right.
then this other
Exactly.
information would be there.
I don't know. I think you're gonna just have to start TikTok videos or something. I think that's the only
That's the only way.
that's the only way.
all right, we'll do it.
Great.
TikTok it is.
I think this
Yeah.
video of the Caterpillar and Norman will kind of launch our,
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool.
So set it up.
Yeah, so and then we can, you're right, Mary, maybe it's just, we
Yeah.
just do, we don't have to decide today necessarily, but we can start the conversation and just figure out how we can kind of broaden our reach and start to get people interested. Cause I
Well,
think,
you're right. And the Norman thing's a perfect example because storytelling and having a little story that's sort of online like that can engage people more, right? So it could be even just documenting someone doing their boulevard garden as an example, saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, look how great it is!" Unfortunately, it's work, right? To do
Yeah.
social media.
yeah, I mean, we can certainly talk to Bridget about that too. She can come record if she wants to, me doing my boulevard garden. Or we can just have Norman as a character who just hangs around forever.
Norman has a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually-
This little guy, I said, Norman.
Yeah.
Norman
Norman can tell us.
Visit all these.
Exactly.
See drone footage, and that's Norman's POV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. That sounds really great.
Yeah,
Mascot.
he's our mascot. Okay.
And sorry to interrupt, the one thing I forgot to say when we're talking about sort of the Earth Day thing, and next year, maybe something we should consider is having information or a booth on invasive species plants that,
Yeah.
you know, there's a bunch of them, obviously, vinca, and I mean, there's tons, but Japanese knotweed, a lot of that's in this neighborhood in Millbrook already. And it's amazing the number of people who just sort of pull it and then throw it into the ravine. I won't mention any names, but I've seen it's happened. So it is just a topic. I just wanted to mention it before I forgot. That,
It's a good idea.
There's lots of information out there on like plant this, not that, and how to deal with garden waste and stuff. So we could just use resources that are already out there, like I think the Conservation Authority has some pretty good ones.
absolutely. I think again, it falls to education though. And,
Yeah.
you know, even awareness, and this sort of ties into something else, that our green waste in terms of not kitchen composty stuff, but garden waste, the pickups are it's just 3 times in the spring and fall, I believe, 3 or 4. And if you have a voluminous garden, there are people who, because there's no other way of getting rid of it except taking it to the larger dump, I believe, dump it down the ravines and at the end of their property and just sort of in the woods. So I don't know if it's worth looking at even adding another 1 or 2 pickups during the year to encourage people to get it composted versus the plant material in, you know, kind of in the ravines or in the end of roads will propagate, like especially an invasive plant, right?
What wasn't, sorry, Mary, but isn't they were firing up that biodigester on Fallis?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Soon, yeah.
yeah, like once that thing gets fired up. maybe
Yeah,
it
that's
can-
true. Now, is that going to have public drop off, or are you going to do pickups for it?
Don't know yet, like, that was just,
Right.
you just kind of tweaked it in me that.
Yeah.
That
Because we're
thing exists.
not talking kitchen waste. You're talking like giant bags of green waste.
Yeah, no,
they
it takes it
yeah.
all, as far as I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, maybe we could look at how much activity we're getting on those pickup days to see if people are utilizing it, and then if they're not, maybe we need to look at how we promote it better.
But your pickup days are limited, right?
Yeah, I just mean if they're limited, but they're not being used at all, it'd be hard for us to justify another day,
Yeah,
so maybe it's
right.
just, maybe the information's not getting out there when those days are, but
Right.
definitely something we can look at what the stats are on it.
Anyway, I just wanted to, before I forgot, mention that too.
Thanks, Mary. That's something we haven't talked about at all, so that I think certainly we can incorporate that in our Earth Day planning and to Amanda's point, leveraging resources that are out there, and maybe that's something we could include in our newsletter when it's planting season, right? These are invasives, these are
Yeah.
what to do with them.
I know the county does put out some comms materials when they announce their spraying program, and they link to the provincial side. We
Yeah.
also have some resources. Our Millbrook Valley Trails Committee, we have a couple of committee members that are very invested in matching invasive
Okay.
species on the trails, and they can give some advice on how to handle like dog strangling vine and all that. That's apparently
Yeah.
you're not supposed to let their
Yeah.
seeds go.
We actually supposed to put it in like a garbage bag and not put it in your
Yes,
garbage bag.
apparently they
That's
liquefy.
We could
Okay.
call the newsletter Informin' Norman.
Look at you go.
No, Norman Farms.
Norman. Wow.
Good job, guys. I love it.
Okay, full picture and then it's
Yeah.
kind of set by,
Yeah,
Sure, you can have, great.
yeah,
he gets a little hashtag.
Branding.
Here we go.
I love it. I'm so glad Jess has joined our committee. You guys are like,
Norm has a hashtag now.
yeah, Norman's
We'll
on
make
the
one. Informed by Norman, what a cool thing for like to promote like community participation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, I took this tip from the newsletter, informed by Norman.
And people want And we can have a little thing on what Norman's doing that day, just make it up.
Yeah,
We're going a little bit.
I love it.
Margarita in the winter.
Norm is choosing not to water his lawn today.
Exactly. Norm would like you to know, water evaporates, yeah. I love it.
To Chair Bill Cox, or to the committee for you, Chair. I would recommend, since it sounds like it might actually be a work plan item, that we just have a motion to add a kind of explore options for sustainability newsletter to the work plan.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Mark. So let's take a motion. Let's have a motion. My brain has stopped working. If I can have a mover and a seconder on a motion to add a newsletter by Norman to the work plan.
Informed by Norman.
By Norman,
I'm in.
moved by Ryan, seconded by Lisa. Mark will do a recorded vote.
You can wear
Yeah,
a costume on
video.
TikTok.
Bet you we can get a caterpillar costume.
Want a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to amend the motion to?
You're honest about it.
Include costume. Okay,
Recorded vote, Lisa Crawford,
yes.
Deputy Mayor Huntley.
Yes.
Amanda Newell.
Yeah.
Mary Preston,
Yes.
Mike Ryan,
Yes.
and Chair Bill Cox.
Yes,
As carried.
excellent, thanks, guys. So kind of on that new idea, Fred, we have a few things that I have a few things, that I've kind of heard from, like Kyle and I don't know who else, maybe Ryan, I can't remember where all these ideas come from. But one I wanted to bring up is about our pollinator packs. So it looks like we'll probably have leftover money in that budget. So I wanted to see what the committee thought about planting native plants at the township office in the garden. Chris had also suggested maybe at this, like sprucing up the gardens at the CMCC, because he thought they could use a little pizzazz. We could pick plants that are not like overly aggressive, so they don't look like, they don't get too big, they're not too weedy. And then I just think it would be an opportunity to really, for the township to really kind of lead by example. And people can see like what these native plants look like. And then it just really, I think, sets the tone, like we're taking like a leadership role in committing to sustainability within the community. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but
Would they get a sign? Do you already have a Butterfly Way sign?
I think down at CMCC, maybe we have one or
I think so.
something.
we could get a sign.
You know,
They're free.
Yeah.
Signs are easy.
Yeah,
Personally, I think it's a fantastic idea. Like, we could drop them in around here, I think. The Bruce Johnson Library as well, like kind
Yeah.
of spread around the township as much as we can.
what do you think,
Yeah. I agree.
Amanda?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Lisa?
Yeah,
Other building, there are other
put
corporations.
plants in the ground.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mary, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
I think
I mean,
the
you can
only, sorry, go ahead, man.
Well, you can even tout it as money saving because they're perennials and
Yeah.
low upkeep. So really, annuals are, if you look at the total ownership cost of annuals, they're more pricey, not just at the cash register, but they have to be greenhouse propagated, set up. So overall, the perennials are a better idea.
Okay, so should we add that to the work plan, Mark?
Yeah, probably another motion. if you
Okay.
want.
All right, so let's have a motion to do to plant native plants at the municipal owned buildings.
I'm gonna
Into
pause
the year, thank you.
pause you on this one a little bit, right? Because we need Chris's team to do it, right? Like, I don't think we can go dig in his garden.
Yes, that is true. The committee, it would just be the committee is
Okay.
making
Okay.
a project that we will explore how to do.
Yeah, so kind of what I was saying there on
Yes.
pickup day, like if maybe take some pictures and say, here's our suggested
Yeah,
kind of plan, and then we can get it
okay.
I just don't want a union grievance against you.
done.
Now you gotta to rein me in.
Yeah, and I also gotta get approval from
Chris, And event,
Events only.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we would need.
or artistic director.
Yeah. Okay, so then the motion would be to ask the Parks and Rec team
Yeah.
to plant native plants.
Yeah, explore options for
Explore
planting,
options, okay.
planting native plants for demonstration on township property, does that?
Yeah, I think the committee should come back with kind of a suggestion on what to plant, where,
Okay.
and which places, and then
Okay.
they would actually take it on. The
Okay.
project itself.
So sorry, are
Yeah.
these for the 10 pollinator packs that we didn't sell? Or is this for?
No, this is just because we'll probably
Yeah,
have
that's
budget,
money.
yeah, leftover, like, I mean, we,
I think, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then are we just
we
doing
use the
pollinator
Yeah.
packs or are we doing trees as well?
well, I think that the
Start small.
one, yeah, yeah,
I would, I'd say positive from tree
Yeah.
plant.
yeah,
We have to look at, which we can do, look at,
Yeah.
but I think that was we kind of touched on it before, looking at where we can plant trees. On bigger portions of property.
Yeah.
So I think this idea is just more.
yeah, okay,
Not losing your idea,
no.
just take a different channel.
I don't feel lost.
Yeah.
So do we want the committee, if we're using the pollinator packs, to make a recommendation on what to plant and where, or do you think, okay,
Well, I don't think it'd be that specific, sorry, like, because we have the pollinator plaques.
Yeah.
We, you know, maybe they're gonna be different plants, maybe they're not.
yeah,
I think the motion simply should be, we support, you know, native species, you know, that promote pollination or whatever. That the rec department or parks department considers adopting them into the planters. I mean, I think I just made that more complicated than it needed to be,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean?
No.
Like, we're advising them and we support the concept of native plants in our gardens.
yeah,
And we want them to explore it.
okay, so,
make
but I
sense?
think,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
Can you
Okay.
interpret that into clerkies?
yes, I will.
Thank you.
I didn't want to interrupt the committee's
thank you.
absolutely within the rights of the motions.
Okay, so then we're agreed that the motion will be somewhere along the lines of, we would like to ask the Parks and Recs team to explore options on planting our native pollinator packs on township property.
Mhm.
Is that sufficient?
Yes, I
You
believe
can
so.
jingle that up later.
Yes.
So a mover and a seconder for that. Moved by Michael, seconded by Amanda. Mark will do a recorded vote.
Is you Chair Bill Cox?
Yes.
Lisa Crawford,
Yeah.
and Mary Preston,
Yes,
Mike Ryan,
Yes.
Amanda Newell,
Yes.
and Deputy Mayor Haley.
Yes,
That is carried.
Thanks, guys.
good suggestion.
Thank you. I thought, why not, right? So the next idea, so kind of two more ideas. Well, this next one wasn't really entirely my idea. I have to give credit to Kyle and Bridget, some Earth Day, but we got talking about we haven't really done anything for the agriculture kind of, if we're talking about sustainability sector or segment, if you want to call it that. So really, at this point, it's, thinking about what can we as a committee help facilitate within the community? Because there is so many issues at hand around like food shortages, like farmland is evaporating at a rapid rate. Just I think with so many newer people moving into the community, I think that it would be really, from my perspective, beneficial to get a better understanding of our farming community, like what they provide to the community, like the challenges that they face. And just provide that platform to them to just get a little bit more exposure. And so one of the things that was suggested was having an event similar to Earth Day, but focused on the farming community. And then, and I was talking to Dave from Honeybees, and we were just chatting about Earth Day and how that went. And he had asked, he's like, have you guys ever thought about having a farm tour? Like having people go around to the farms, and he had said similar to the Syrup Fest. So it's like a Saturday, we have a little map, and it's, I don't know, like $5 or $10, or maybe it's free, and people go around to the farms and like talk to the owners, maybe they have a farm tour, and they get an appreciation and a sense of what they are bringing to the community. And then Lisa had sent me a link with the Kawartha, what do they call it? Kawartha Farm Tour. I think it's quite literally, that's what it's called. And they've been running this for several years, and there is a cost to it. Like I think they charge $10 for a ticket. And it's exactly that. Like it's all within the city of Kawartha Lakes, which is like quite extensive. And they have a map and people just set out on a Saturday and you go on an adventure and you go to these farms and you have a farm tour. Or they may have like an educational like seminar, like for example, honeybees may do like a honey extraction or something like that. And it's just really a way to get people out, connecting with the growers and farmers in our community.
And it includes free ice cream.
Yes, that Mike's, yeah. Do you want to talk about the ice cream?
Where the ice cream come from? Who farms ice cream?
Dairy.
Oh.
Yeah, so there was a Kawartha Dairy stop on the Kawartha Farms tour. So that needs to be included.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to get like an ice cream truck or something.
I think it's a great idea too, like,
Yeah.
the question is, how do we get it off the ground?
I mean, we'd have to do it.
Yeah, I think.
I just mean, you're in would be
Yeah,
those farms themselves.
yeah. So we'd have to like do a bit of background work in terms of like outreach to see, is this something that
Mhm.
we could actually get enough farmers, farm owners in agreement with? Or do we, like, so I think like there's the farm tour option, or there's the more like event-based conference type option where we have everybody in at the CMCC, they have tables and
Is that a farmer's market?
Yeah, kind of, so, and that's it, so what we were talking about internally too, we had this idea at Earth Day, so we were talking about there, and then we've been talking about here. It is like, how is it different from farmers market? So the idea we had about an event was more, is like food near you. So it was like, people, if they're new to this area, they don't know what's being sold around them. So
Mhm.
where can I get eggs? Where can I get honey? Where can I get, like, where is maple syrup? Where is there strawberry picking? Where is there this? It's all those, yeah, those local things that you, so people know what's around them, that they could shop locally. And we could have that at an event. It is similar to a farmer's market though, so that's where we're like, it's kind of a farmer's market. So then the tour is more of a cool idea. And between Bridget and I, we know quite a lot of farmers around here. I don't think it would be an issue for us to reach out and get enough of them on board.
Yeah.
It just, it'll be,
yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Local Food Peterborough has a directory of farms like that, kind of for Peterborough. And would it be an approach to have a digital directory that farmers could submit their listings to, that would be managed by the municipality, that would be sortable by honey, beef,
I
veggies?
believe they do have an app, like they used it for the chocolate festival. Where if you're a participant.
I've never heard of the chocolate.
I know, you missed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're a participant, your pin is dropped on the map. Right, and you go around with the app to different places. Every time you visit one of them, you get like points towards something or other.
Is that
So-
just a single day, or it's like
No,
all
like
year you can access?
Well, for that, it's set up specifically for that event,
Okay,
right? But you're talking about long term, can you
yeah.
have something more sustainable?
Honeybees at the Earth Day event said, like, this is great, but it's really hard for us to get off farm.
Yeah.
It's especially hard during the growing or like
Peak
farm
season.
season
Yeah.
to get off farm. So that's why they would prefer something that brings people to them. But in the absence of that, a digital directory showing all the local farms and what they offer and
That's-
maybe the times they're open.
That's a good idea.
The local food in Peterborough is a good platform. It's underutilized and needs some updating, but it shows you how the search function works.
Could we just encourage farmers to use that or something instead of trying to reinvent the wheel just for local?
Is it like, is local food Peterborough somewhere that would be close enough of mind to
No,
be
it's-
suitable to out here?
I have no idea. I just mean that we don't necessarily have to always create our own databases or our own resources. Like surely, like the small farmer community around here is pretty strong. There's gotta be something that exists that we could work off of.
If we want to use that platform and maybe just put a call, if you have a list of contacts, like Farms at Work owns that website, so I can add those. Or reach out to new people for more listings or direct people there,
Yeah, maybe that's what we do.
the partnership.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess for my preference would be to bring people to the farm than to have farmers go
Yeah.
to an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
once we get talking about that.
I think it's cooler for people too to get out there and see these
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. Absolutely, because most people have no idea.
Yeah,
So the next question is this something you think that we could do this year? Or is it something we would look to next year when the committee reforms the next term of council? So that would be Kyle, up to you. That face is like, definitely took it.
There's not gonna be a big cost to it.
Yeah.
Fall's a nice time to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know.
It would be nice to try it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but I mean, what is this committee gonna be doing between now and fall?
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we have lives. This is my life. Where are you guys?
I think farmers will work with them.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from just a couple that like honeybees and then Millbrook Organic Orchards. That fall would be a great time because it's yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Who does the fall festival?
I do.
Okay, so is there an option to like piggyback off of that? If you're having the fall festival, can your farm tour happen on that day, or could your fall festival promote your farm tour?
When is the fall festival?
October 5th or 4th or
Okay. Yeah, so we can maybe have the farm tour like around Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, because it's kind of, I find like after Thanksgiving, people seem to kind of free up, like, like summer's over and there's like a gap between Thanksgiving and winter and it starts to slow down for the farmers.
Is there enough happening on the farms to be interesting? Maybe,
Yeah, maybe. I think it depends on the farm.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's when they would
They're all
have
different.
time.
Stick season.
Yeah.
Maple syrup. That time.
Yeah.
Unless we do it in early spring, it's gonna
Yeah.
be that.
Why don't we add to the work plan and then we can, have conversations with like, the staff and have internal conversations and then we can feel like it's something that we can do. Even if we start small, like say with like just a handful of farms, and do like kind of like a pilot and see.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get something quite interesting.
Yeah.
And, but I would almost aim for like September, because September's kind of the lull season. Bit of a lull.
Between Labor Day and Thanksgiving.
I just think it's harvest season for a lot of people. September.
Well, I think it's a little bit later in September.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing, kinda,
Okay.
yeah. But I can start looking into a bridge and maybe send out an email. What's our next meeting?
It is
September.
late September. Give me 2 seconds,
Around
I'll
there,
give you the
yeah.
exact date. So it's late September. but
Yeah, okay, so
it's
that's good first.
It's usually the last Thursday of every month. That's what our turns are. Is September 24th.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so why don't we, we'll add, so I'll get a mover and a seconder to add the item to the work plan to start planning for a fall farm tour. And ask that Kyle and team let us know if it's feasible. I'm running on, Mark, you can cut that part out.
No problem. Just to clarify the motion, I know the committee discussed a lot about promoting local agricultural producers. Would the committee want that also either as an option B or
Review streams to.
Yeah.
Promote, options to promote. Something big.
Yeah.
Something extremely great.
No, I'll wordsmith it as long as the committee, I want to be careful not to put forward the motion. I just want something that accurately kind of sums
Yeah.
up what the committee is exploring.
Yeah, so I think that is, good
Just
is
explore the feasibility of a fall tour.
fall farm tour. And that's okay. Just know, I know, it was an aggressive underline, but it was a good, because it made me also think like,
I will make sure that's recorded. Thanks, Lisa.
I heard it.
yeah. No, she loves us. Okay, so a mover and a seconder for that motion, moved by Amanda, seconded by Lisa, Mark will do a recorded vote.
Amanda Newell,
Yeah.
Chair Bow Fox.
Yes.
Mike Ryan,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Huntley,
Yes.
Mary Preston,
Yes,
and Lisa Crawford.
Yes.
That is carried.
Great. So do you need to head out? or
Yes,
you-
can I?
okay, Ms. Sumay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
It's like we want a mic drop right there.
And I think the only other item that I wanted to bring up to the committee, and then I'll open it up to see what you guys would like to discuss is, I think last council meeting or the council meeting before, there is a tree program that I don't know, some municipal unit, like organization is doing, and Peterborough County is applying for funding for trees, and then you guys took a vote to support them applying for Peterborough County applying to plant these free trees. And so this probably would be something we could talk about in September for our 2027 programming. But the municipality of Clarington they have a program called Trees for Rural Roads, and they're free. So I'm thinking that they had funding through this same program. The name of Mark, you may know, because you're the clerk, you know all this stuff. You may recall, I think it was last council meeting or the council meeting before, you guys, council took a motion to support.
Yeah,
But I
there's
can't remember where the money's coming from.
FCN.
Yeah,
Was it
FCN,
FCN?
yeah, I believe it's a partnership between the federal government and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. And there's a certain amount of fixed money that the county is being assigned, and the
Okay.
township is basically indicating its support.
Okay.
If there's any more specifics,
Yeah.
I can look up for you.
Well, I'm just thinking if it comes to that they do get funding and then our municipality is granted funding, perhaps that could be a consideration of council is that, we could look at including that as part of our sustainability programming, to do something similar, because it seems to be quite a popular program, like the trees go really quick. I checked their website when they released the program, and then when I went back again, it was like they were done, all the trees
Who
were
receives the trees? Private landowners?
private landowners.
And
yeah.
is it specifically for planting along roadways? Oh, that's so cool.
And it's rural, you have to be a rural.
Yeah,
property
yeah,
owner.
so that we can maintain these beautiful
Exactly.
landscapes.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Awesome.
yeah. The
You
homeowners.
do, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like you can see all the ones that are old and dying.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
So-
replacements for them.
yeah.
I think the staff, maybe we can have a conversation ourselves about how we can maybe get the input in the committee
Yeah.
about how it's delivered. Because I know there's some stuff on the back end, and I don't want to, first of all, I'm not fully looped into this. Our actual full clerk, not the deputy, knows a little bit more than about me, but also I don't want to say anything that's been conveyed confidentially about the program. So
No, that's okay. I just wasn't sure. I couldn't recall where the funding was coming from, but I remembered that council supported a motion to support Peterborough County in applying for the.
Drag it out of them as much as you can. He'll slip up.
Yeah, I know.
Get it out of there.
I know, sometimes it's like I ask the same question 3 different ways, but Mark's on to me, so. Okay, that was, that, I don't think we need anything further than that. It was just a question I wanted to bring to the committee.
I'll make a note about it, and we'll have a conversation at a staff level and see, follow up with the committee on it. So,
Great.
yeah.
Okay, so that was, I think all that I had. Just wanted to encourage everybody to think about programming for 2026, because at our next meeting in September, that's when we'll have to talk about budget and what we want to do. Sorry, pardon me, not 2026, 2027. So we will have to come prepared for that meeting to bring forth program ideas, budget ideas, so that we can put together a budget presentation for council. And Mark will probably be able to correct me or verify, but this is our last term of this committee, so because it's an election year. So we will, I believe we're still accountable to present some sort of program budget.
So I got clarification on that. So yeah, so the committee, I 100% remember the motion correctly. So you're appointed for the remainder term of council, but for the purpose of committee members, you're still a sitting committee member until the new committee is appointed, probably in January 2027. So for the budget presentation, the existing committee members are use the chair or the vice chair would be
Okay.
the one that would be presenting the budget to
Okay.
council, and the committee members can continue doing certain tasks up to.
Okay, and then we will have
members are
to
appointed.
reapply.
Yeah.
In January. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so for our next meeting, I think that was the only thing, to kind of put some thought into, what you think, we want to do with like the community needs and would benefit from in 2027. Do we want to bring back any of the existing programs that we have right now? Because sometimes things, they take a while to kind of get off the ground, or, maybe we do them on a smaller scale. Or if there's anything new, that we can bring forward to council that would be in support of the strategic plan. So I think will be the main topic of our conversation in September, and perhaps some of the other work items that we've added to the work plan. We can start getting those off the ground. And so I'll open it up to see if anybody has any other additional comments. Michael, sorry.
Still good, thank you. Going back to your point that you made about the programs around, insulation, windows, et cetera. I think that's a good point before we lose that in the mists of time here. Because I know with the manner we're looking at that, but a lot of it is for private homeowners. And I would love to know more about it because they come and they go, like you said, and you'll get on them on time. And also I looked into one of them a while ago and it was great. I could get money for insulation, but I have to put the money out. I didn't have that money to put out, so I didn't do it. So this program you mentioned, I think would be a great thing for everyone in town to know about. So I want to just keep that as a sort of topic. If we can somehow communicate around that or put that on a website or and do the research for the homeowners of the township, so.
So that could certainly be like an item in the newsletter, or if this program gets approved, or bring it, or we can see what we can do for like 2027.
Whatever year it is.
Whatever year, next year.
Where do the years
In
come?
future.
I think there's a lot of opportunity that people don't realize.
Yeah, I
how to
agree.
Assess, and I think.
That's exactly my point,
Yeah.
right? Like stuff comes and goes, and you don't even know what it's
I
like.
kind of half signed up for one and then it ran out of time, so.
Norman could do an overview, part of like during my time in the building department, this is what I learned.
Yep. You can normalize it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, we're getting the hashtag. There you go. There's your hashtag, Jen.
Yeah, so good.
Okay, does anyone else, before we wrap up, have anything you'd like to add or suggest or bring forward?
I think that's long.
We're not asking you.
Just from a process-based perspective, just because, we do have at least 2 new committee members that I believe were not around for our last budget, or am I?
No, they were.
Oh, yeah, okay. But if you do have anything formal, a committee member wants to propose to the budget, please forward anything to me, and we'll have a discussion on the staff level about if it needs to be included on the agenda, just if you're proposing something specific, it's good for the committee to have something concrete to consider, and also good from a transparency perspective, so.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Mark. Mary, do you have anything before we wrap up?
No,
All right, okay, so I think, I need a motion for the work plan. I'm learning.
See the updates.
Okay, so, can I get a mover and a seconder, for a motion to receive the updates and additions to the work plan?
Happy to move.
Moved by Ryan, seconded by Amanda. Mark will do a recorded vote.
Excellent. Mike Ryan,
Yes.
Chair Wilcox.
Yes.
Amanda Newell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Huntley,
Yes.
and Mary Preston.
yes,
That is carried.
Great, thanks, guys. And then next I'll ask for a mover and a seconder for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Michael. Seconded by Amanda. Mark will do a recorded vote.
Deputy Mayor Huntley.
Okay.
I was on my toes after last meeting. Sorry. Chair Wilcox.
Yes.
Amanda Newell.
Yeah.
Mary Preston,
yes.
and Mike Ryan.
Yes.
As carried.
We're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Good job, Chair. Thanks for keeping us going.
This was Norman.
Oh.
That's when he started.
You have a
Yeah.
good day, Mary. Unfortunately, we have to